Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Who Cares Podcast, first edition in this 2020 season. We're coming at you better, bigger, badder than ever. So here it comes. 2020 is going to be beautiful. You're seeing that vision. We have Sergio Love coming up, but more importantly, sign up for our brand new weekly newsletter where you get all the knowledge, all the information, all the things possible that you never even dreamed about. So go to whatstheplate.net, and we really appreciate you listening. Thank you. Does she really follow you?
Who, Selena Gomez?
Yeah, bro.
Of course she does. I wouldn't lie to anyone.
Wow, I mean, that's a dope shirt.
Dude, I know. I'm so stoked on it. I sit in front of the mirror and look at myself in it every single day. It never gets old.
For real. I would, like, I got this girl that I'm crushing on, like, she follows me, and, like, I would write her anything. Like, right there, too. Where would I get one of those?
Well, what you want to do is you go to teespring.com/stores/follows me.
That's it?
That's it. It's simple.
And I could just write in.
Write in whatever you want.
Selena Gomez.
As long as they follow you.
Welcome to the Who Cares Podcast, a podcast that enters your soul with your host, Stephen Moraga.
Well, you've waited, and it's time once again for the Who Cares Podcast. Who cares? That's right. Welcome back to the first real edition of the new year. We said we were going to come back bigger, badder, stronger, better than ever. And it's us, the Who Cares Podcast with me, Stephen with a PH. I'm here. That's right. I am here, and I'm here joined by everybody's favorite host. I don't want to even say co-host. I want to say host, because he's come into your living rooms. He's came all over you guys. And I want to make sure that everybody remembers the name, John Montgomery Thunderbird Effect.
Why, thank you, Stephen.
It's a pleasure to see you.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
And we were just talking about toppins.
Toppins for Mary Poppins.
Poppins and toppins.
And loppins.
Listen, everybody, you are in for a magnificent treat. I was going to say magnificent, fantastic all at one time, but it would be fantastic.
Magtastic.
And thank you so much for bearing with us, because we decided early on in December, maybe end of November, that things are going to get real different around here.
We need to change things up.
And we got to turn it up. And we did. We turned it up, and we are about to present to you a fantastic interview with one of the most amazing comedians this side of the Mississippi.
That's right.
His name
is
Sergio
Love.
That's right. Sergio Love. He is giving us his all. He's opening up. He's coming back, and he's sharing with you all of his wonderful stories, all of his wonderful adventures in the land of Hollywood and beyond.
Yeah.
This man has seen it all, and by seeing it all, I mean it.
Oh, I don't not believe it. For I know that he has seen many things and knows many things and is here to tell it. He
is here to tell it, and we're going to be hitting that interview pretty soon, next 2 or 3, 4 minutes. You're going to be hearing that interview that we have in the coming week. Yeah. You're going to be hearing more from him. If you can, go ahead and hit his Twitter. I believe it's Serg Love in the meantime. And, slide into his DMs if you're a beautiful lady. And if you're a fan of great comedy and you're a male, go ahead and slide into his DMs as well. He does not discriminate. In fact, whatever you are, whatever genre you choose to follow, he will follow back.
And he'll make it funny.
We'll make it funny. And in making it funny, we want to talk about, he also is a gumball veteran, the gumball run.
The gumball run, yes, the race.
The race, and he's a thinker.
And a tinkerer.
He is. He's a thinker, a tinkerer, and a man of all thought. He's pretty much the greatest person we've ever had on our podcast.
He's a idea connector and a bringer together. Togetherness.
Together as one. And speaking of togetherness, last night, everybody out there, we want to make sure that you go to twitch.tv/what's-to-play-games. And last night was our finest hour of trivia. I hosted last night. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but toot toot. And it all started last week when our resident guru, I don't want to say resident, but what would you consider yourself? Resident genius?
Resident production extraordinaire.
And host. Because you also hosted.
I did.
And we're including now, the community is now coming together for What's the Play Trivia, where we can give the world the answers to life's questions.
And also the credit where it's due, because we don't always get the questions and answers from our brains.
Never.
No, we get them from the community that we've built and established throughout these past few months. And now we can put them in the limelight and show the world how great the world is.
That's right. So if you've been listening to Who Cares the Podcast, or the Who Cares Podcast, however you want to call it, because I know there's a couple of idiot podcasts out there trying to claim, but you know what I've noticed is that they've all dropped off. They've had 1 or 2 episodes, and then they see that we've already dominated the Google market. And so if you've been a listener of the Who Cares Podcast, you've heard about What's the Play before, and now more than ever, you need to go to our YouTube channel, which is YouTube. You just type in What's the Play, or you go to D Live, What's the Play Games, or more specifically, if you want to play the game, if you want to win prizes, last night we were giving out a $100 Nordstrom's gift card, and we're showing life through, it's the only trivia game globally in the world that actually deals and poses questions and answers that have to deal with you and everyone around you. No other, wouldn't you think, like, with all this technology that people would, all these big dorks, they would care about you instead of making emojis, instead of making picture apps, and, because that's when we started this What's the Play company many years ago. We thought about it, not many years ago, but a couple years ago, when nobody was thinking about how terrible society was acting towards each other. We thought, you know what, 100 years from now, in 100 years, they're going to look back and they say, is that, you guys had all this technology and you made a picture app and you made some emojis, but you guys didn't help each other out? What is wrong with you?
Well, if you consider the source of these softwares, whoever helped and cared about them?
That's true. They were just, tinkering along.
Yeah, some may have brought it upon themselves, some may not. But either way, the end game is the same. They don't care about us.
They don't. They want to see regular folk like us suffer.
Right, and not get what we want, or not get what we pay for, and not get customer service that we deserve.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk more about that and how the world of digital media, all the digital companies are the worst. They're arrogant.
Yeah, and entitled. And they're not giving the people who are entitled something.
That's right.
And, it's all backwards.
It is, because, we're going to rule the school again. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, school bus, our turf.
That's right. So we'll let you have your little time in the sun.
Yeah. But it's not going to last very long because the sun sets.
That's right. And the community talks. And all you have to do is go to What's the Play Games on just look up What's the Play Games. Look up What's the Play, all one word if you need to. And it's out there for you to absorb. And also, there's a podcast version as well. If you don't, and you're driving to work, it's for the commuter. It's for the people that are ride sharing. If you want to play some trivia with your friends, audibly, is that finally I said it right?
Yeah, you said it right.
Wow, that's amazing. There's our sister podcast. It's called What's the Play Trivia. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on Stitcher. And so just take a look at that. Make sure you check it out. And then also, I don't know if you heard the commercial in the beginning, some of our friends as well, good friends of ours, have a shirt out. Speaking of social media, that it's a Follows Me shirt. Man, I have a girl that I'm kind of like crushing on, and she follows me. But one of our co-founders, Ann Jackson, Tom Cruise follows him.
I know. It's crazy. It's the actual Tom Cruise profile, not the one meant for his fans or anything. It's actually
verified
Thomas Cruise. I don't know if it's Thomas. I'm just kidding. But Tom
I've never
Cruise.
heard of that. I've never heard Thomas Cruise. But you know what? Take a cruise and check out teespring.com/stores/follows me to get the best shirt that's out there. It's at blank follows me, and you can write in, you can put tape over it. Whoever follows you, if you got, I know What's the Play is followed by Boy George.
Oh, yes, they are.
The one and only, and I know Nicki Minaj follows a friend of ours.
Yep.
And so you could write that, or you could write, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever you want.
Whoever's
a good friend, who's ever important to you, represent them, give them love.
Yeah,
wear that shirt proud.
You know what I heard?
What's that?
I heard that there might be a sale coming up for Valentine's Day.
Really? Oh.
Through the grapevine.
Well, make sure you go to the teespring.com/stores/follows me to get the latest. Wow, okay. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. So, just without further ado, John, are you ready for this interview? I think you were a big part of it.
So ready. The chemistry was great. Mm-hmm. Everybody was funny. Everybody had pertinent things to say, and if you don't learn something, then you weren't listening.
That's right. And you have to listen to get it all.
That's right. If you don't get it all,
then you have nothing.
That's right. And what are you doing?
What are you doing? What you're doing is you're going to be listening to Sergio Love right now. The interview with Mr. Sergio Love.
Da, 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 da. Lost it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's like it never happened. It's crazy. And like the only things that I have to remember these things are the people that I knew that I could have reference with. Because the Comedy Store, a lot of things happen in the Comedy Store, but I didn't really hang with a lot of people at the Comedy Store. I hung with a couple people. Like when I in some of the parties, I'd let some guys come around. Because, the Comedy Store is like this, man. I had love for it because it's like a fraternity, but you can't bring everybody. You can't bring them in.
Because I heard Joe Rogan saying, we always get together. Like, he goes every weekend, and they all, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing clubs, and he does.
If you're doing 200,000 a week, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, but he goes out on the weekends and just kicks it with his comedy guys, and it sounds like they're really.
You know what? Joe Rogan did a good thing. He did a good thing, and this is very unusual for comedy because not a lot of people help each other out in comedy.
But
he had his, he got Ari, he got Duncan.
Did you see that Ari thing?
Huh?
Did you see that Ari? You got trouble.
Yeah, I saw it.
The Kobe Bryant thing?
Yeah, that's on Ari. I don't know what he was thinking. That's on Ari, man. He gotta work that out. If he feel confident enough to, do that and feel good about himself, then let him do it. But I mean, comedy shouldn't have any boundaries.
Right. But that just wasn't funny though.
It wasn't funny at all. It was just kind of like, not because I was a Kobe fan or nothing. I'm just saying, like, dude, that's so tasteless. You know what I'm saying?
And the joke wasn't really. Is he like big rape activist or like what?
If I was around him, and maybe let's say he brought it up to me, if he brought the situation up to me, I'd be like, yo, what if that was your mom? Somebody was talking about, and she just fucking died in a fiery death. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because all those women did or whatever. Normal.
I mean, the thing is, don't come crashing down on people just to get hits online. Like, come on, man, that's not fresh, dude. It just wasn't. He
defended it as a comedian. Like, that's what I would ask you. Like, he defended it by like, well, I always push the envelope. If you follow me, I always, when there's tragedy and all that, I'm the one that says the wrong shit. But
that's on him. But like I said, what if it was his mom's? You know what I mean?
100%, man. I mean, his Amazing Racist shit, it was hilarious, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I've seen something with him in a KKK outfit.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But he went to the Jewish market, and he has a fucking clipboard, and he's like, hey, can you sign this to all the Jewish people shopping there? Like, there's like the Hasidic, there's regular Jews, and he goes, hey, can you sign this? And what do you want to sign? He's like, oh, no, just sign right there, because you killed Jesus.
Oh.
Go ahead and sign that right there. This is like that. And then he's like, what's your Jew number? He's like, what's your Jew number?
See, this is my thing. I think people should play with things. To me, see, I can't limit people's comedy because that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to censor anybody's shit. He's
driving school. He had Asian driving school on there. And he's like, what if I do this? The girl just took out the parking lot. She's hot too. She's like,
yeah.
Whoa! What? Stop that! Whoa! What are you doing? She's like, what are you? He's like, I'm sorry. It's because you're Asian, and I just want to. Whoa! She's like, fuck you, dude. Like that shit. And she was real,
Yeah.
And he goes, here. Do you want me to give this to you, or something gives her dental floss, or I don't know what the fuck he gave her. And she was pissed, dude. And then another dude was like, oh no, he gave this one dude tape so he could open his eyes. He's like, maybe if I could just tape your eyes up. And the dude was so pissed. I know, that's crazy.
Some people can push the ticket. I think that's part of his personality, but I think it's not really him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's ready for the ass whooping. Like, you do crazy shit, you got to be able to take a couple. You got to take a couple of ass whoopings. I just don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's that guy.
He's not, because when they backlash on him on Kobe, he's like,
yeah.
Instagram that shit. Like, I don't mean anything wrong by it, but I just wanted to, it's comedy. And
yeah, but it's like it.
You're right.
I don't really like to do racial jokes, but when I do a racial joke, it's so profoundly funny that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I learned the hard way, right?
Throwaway one.
I learned the hard way.
About what was it? About
what did you guys always come about I went to Marriott and I'm like, oh my God, you're so beautiful for a black girl or something. Right? Isn't that what you guys said? Some of that, and I don't even remember saying that, dude. I just remember she was really hot. You guys all, I was like,
me and Nick were besides ourselves. We were like, oh shit. And you're like, what?
What was I thinking, dude? But she was. I remember she was pretty. I remember the fucking desk. I do not remember saying that to her. I must. Whatever. It wasn't meant to be funny though, but just Jesus.
It came out. It was funny. It was but you didn't realize what you were saying. I think.
I know. I did.
She wasn't upset. She was just like, "Is this guy real?"
Where's he from? Siberia.
Some funny shit, dude.
Yeah, John's coming out. I hear
John's coming out. John's coming out to John.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened with that newscaster shit? What was it that we were talking about?
Which one?
The guy. I think he hung himself.
You heard that one?
Yeah, you sent me something, and I said something about it. That was pretty funny.
KTLA, bro. He was beloved here on the weekends, and that motherfucker left work on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
They were in a meeting, and he's like, I'm sick. And he was like, everybody's like, okay. Mm-hmm. His wife doesn't know, and he posted this Christmas video the night before that still plays on YouTube today, and he's got this little Asian daughter and all that shit, and the Asian wife, and he's so the daddy, daddy knows best guy. Yeah. This motherfucker went to a hotel room, met his buddy Grinder, and it's 6 stories up with DJ equipment, a massage table, lights.
Oh damn!
A mask that you would you paint with, but he put what is it, poppers in there, and then he would ask the dude to shove rocks into his ass.
You put poppers pop rocks,
no, poppers are like
pop rocks, right? Like popping candy.
Yeah,
poppers. See the poppers? Oh shit, he's putting this in his ass.
You don't like pop rocks? You don't like pop rocks?
No, I love them, but I'm just saying, pop rocks in the ass. I don't think so.
No, these are poppers. They're you get high off them. It's
moon rocks.
No. You can buy them at a toke shop, and they're you just sniff them, and they're
CO2.
You sniff them, and they're it's like paint.
CO2. The whipping.
in the gay community, it makes it's not that. And it makes your head. No, it's not fucking. It's not whippets. It's not all that shit. Oh. This makes your asshole like open up.
It's also the next man's dick. That's what it's called.
It's crazy high. It's a crazy high, guys. I don't know how I know that, but it's a crazy high. But that's why they do poppers. You never heard of them?
No, don't think I want to know about them.
Yeah.
No, fucking poppers.
Well, maybe we should bring that up on the cast.
So what happened with this guy?
So he fucking he just sat there with the mask on and buries himself in the pillow. He's got a massage chair. He's got disco lights. He's got a DJ equipment. What else do you have?
Pop rocks.
Shoes and
right. And so like he was getting destroyed by his buddy, and then like he's all and he gave his buddy like Gatorade bottles full of GHB.
Yeah.
And they all drinking that shit. And then he's like, throw another rock in my butt. And he throws another rock in his butt. And he dies face first, getting fucked in the ass, biting the pillow, like the worst possible way.
Yeah.
And that's how that's how her dad died.
That's how he died.
If you look at his name, it's all like in graphic detail. So maybe somebody took him out. Because nobody that has that kind of like personal shit gets blasted like that.
Maybe the Abudi Nadi took him out. You know they don't play. Like, what room is he in? Seriously? What room is he in?
No, that's next level of funny right now.
Pass me the pop rocks. Get past the pop rocks. Naughty, baby. Wow. You're dangerous.
Your comedy group, you just came with her there.
I'm going to have to write that down. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, bro. Like, no, I'm serious. If you Google his name, what's his name?
What was his name?
El Farto.
Greg something, right? El Farto. It's El Farto. That's what John said. It's no, but I mean like, and they said I think he choked on his throat in that mask, that gas mask that he had. Like, this dude is ready for war.
Wow. And this was his dude. So I guess his wife didn't know that he was.
No, I had no idea.
He wasn't.
If you watch their Facebook, I'll share a screen. I'll show you the Facebook. What's his name, dude? It was like Greg Almond or something?
Greg Almond.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg Almond.
Yeah, because I
check the Skype here.
It's KTLA newscaster. And everybody loved him, I guess. Like, he was the weekend guy here.
Damn, he sure was the weekend guy. He was that in a lot more. Damn. Rocking it. Wow.
I know.
Crazy shit, man.
Like, there's no other way. Like, if you have a mother, I kept putting this in my gay something. What am I putting? Gay newscaster. KTLA. You found him?
Burroughs.
Oh, Chris Burroughs. Okay. Chris Burroughs. Yeah.
Oh, Chris Burroughs. Remember I was talking about he got burrowed or something like that. Something like that. I can't remember what I said. Chris is, I don't know. Wow. I saw the article, but wow. Yeah, it just goes to show, man, this live.
No, I just saw it the other day because here it is. When they I'll share the screen right now. Okay. So, and it's kind of sad actually because he's like, you can tell he's all meth mouth too because he's like, I have the greatest life ever, and Daddy, we have the greatest life. And it was like the night before he died.
Damn, Chris got borrowed.
Because you
remind me of that dude, that other dude. What's the guy running for candidacy? Booty gig. Yeah,
no.
I'm sorry, I just don't need a president named Booty. Anybody with booty in their name should not be running for nothing.
And they should definitely run away from Booty nominee. What did you What did you call it?
The Abudinati.
See? Yeah.
Hilarious.
This poor girl went from from that penthouse to this is your dad's a weirdo.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on out there, though, man.
I know.
There's things, you know.
If you want to do that,
Hollywood, you know, I mean, you guys used to come to a lot of things I went to, but there was a lot of shit I couldn't take you guys to because it was like they were just getting used to me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So there's a lot of shit I went to, and I just had to keep the Botox face. You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, that motherfucker got a beard too, and you're just like, okay, you know, you just move to where you need to move to.
Hello.
There's a day before he died. This is like the night before. This is that's his wife.
Damn.
Then I have to crank up the heat to 500
Look at his mother.
and kind of give it a crispy coating for the last 5-10 minutes. But before I do that, I have to make
So
the
she's okay looking, right?
check out in there.
Nah, she's
Yorkshire
old.
pudding, for the first time making it herself, they look beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not all he had in the oven.
It's very interesting dessert.
Chris Burrows.
Pudding.
Sells itself.
Butter.
Wow.
I hated it as a child. As an adult, I absolutely love it. Merry Christmas. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Bruce. Nice
Oh my God, you said hi,
Nice to
Crystal.
see you, Mary. Hi, Elizabeth. So that's sitting there all wrapped up. I'm not
I
allowed to
think, you know
some
what?
of her. Made some lovely
They had
pins.
something on him. Maybe somebody had some kind of.
That's what. That's
Merry
it. Look at.
Christmas.
Oh, she has no idea. One day,
Mom's been
her
cooking
dad.
idea.
Butt of all jokes.
Ooh, yummy. I like
Oh yeah.
Would you like to give a tour of the Christmas trees?
Yeah.
Let's begin with the one that keeps us employed. This is very special to me in our house. Tell us about this.
We call it the red tree, although it's a red and gold and green
Oh
tree.
my God.
I would have wrapped him a mask and sent it to him.
Of course.
A lot of
You know? One for his daughter, one for his wife.
Fucked up.
Wow. Yeah, man, this world's upside down, man.
Isn't it?
So much shit people don't know about. That's crazy shit. It's people you see every day and you have no clue. You got no clue what they're into.
This is the main.
Do you think that it's always been like that, sir?
Always, bro. It's always, bro. Dude, it's everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. It's just like now people are getting more exposed because there's more cameras everywhere. There's some shit going on, bro. And people are into some weird shit. Like, they said there's a child in America. I can't remember what they said. With some stats, they said every 10 to 20 miles, there's a child somewhere in a cage. I'm like, what?
I don't know about that, but yeah, no, I know. Like just today, my Auntie Cindy, she shared this kid, adorable looking kid, and he's just right here, like Scovina or something, and he just got snatched up. And there's like some crazy rings going on. Like now we know though about those. Like we thought those were just.
Yeah, I mean, and who even knew? Like, with organ harvesting and shit. That shit is what, 60 for your kidneys and shit. Why do you think I drink all the time? I'm like, you don't want this shit. You do not want this. I just shit myself. You do not want this.
That's why I'm not a donor.
Well,
My
let's go
license.
another line. You do not want this shit.
Filter that.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
That's true.
I smell my fart. Does that smell like a living man to you? You
Are those pop rocks?
You do. You put one of them rocks in there. You don't want it.
So that's dope. So I didn't really think you actually listened to my Chris Burrows story thing.
Yeah.
Did you about the Fergie? What's her name? Christy Alley?
Fergie. What do you kept bringing up Fergie?
No, I sent you that thing about Fergie and Kirstie Alley. They have a bizarre connection because they look exactly like each other.
They do. They're like almost doppelgangers or clones of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah, and because Fergie looked old then, and now she still looks old, but she hasn't aged really.
Fergie was just never pretty. That's all it was. She's got a fucking boxer's grill. You know what I'm saying? I knew the bitch in Hollywood.
She does.
When she was on the Hebron, man, I was like, shit, is that what did it to her? But she was never. She was kind of cute with makeup. But she was never. She just had this. I'm like, I bet you look like your daddy, don't you? You know what I'm saying?
You 100% she does, huh?
Yeah, she just got that. I don't know, bro. I mean, if she had a male twin brother, I would be like, okay, now I get it.
Oh, yeah, right, 100%. Or maybe she is the male.
Mm-hmm. But she used to hang out with oh, that's another thing. You'd be shocked, especially in royalty and shit like that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of androgyny going on. That's why George Bush's wife looked like fucking George Washington. You know what I'm saying?
Aleister Crowley's daughter.
Aleister Crowley's daughter looks just like him. Put the pictures next to each other, it's identical.
The time frames, did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Those are the Aleister Crowley's.
Then it adds up from when they used to have these wild parties and orgies and shit, and it adds up to what the fuck? He's Top Gun right now.
Here. I'm on camera, bro.
Ding, 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 ding. Like this. Highway to
Danger Zone. That's something that I was thinking of, but I couldn't even think of it. That's hilarious because I have so much shit here on the thing. What's it going tonight?
Oh shit!
All right. It's just because I'm trying to differentiate the guy that hosts the trivia show, the guy that hosts the Who Cares podcast.
Yeah. So check it out.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, what? I knew her, but didn't. Really, I wouldn't be like, yeah, what's up, baby? She used to run with a girl I knew. Remember Slim Katie? Do you remember Slim Katie? She used to be at the comedy store. She used to wear those big ass boots. She had a booty like out there. It was ridiculous. Anyway, they used to hang out. So Slim Katie used to hang out with me. So, you know, Fergie used to come hang out before she blew up.
Damn, how old was she, bro? Let's be honest about that. How old would she been at this time?
Fuck, man.
Say
it was always the, because sometimes you see her profile and you be like, oh man, this girl's kind of cute, and then she go like, you're like, oh shit.
Shit. I gotta figure it. Yeah. She's from Hacienda Heights. You don't know where that's at? The beautiful city of Hacienda Heights. Much love to it. It's the Mexican Beverly Hills. When my dad was growing up, he said.
Speaking of Hacienda Heights, what about this shit you've been telling me? This these neighborhoods, man. What's going on with these people?
What's we're here. The whole people?
Huntington Beach. You were telling me it's crazy out there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here live here on the Who Cares podcast. We're here with the most amazing comedian. You have not seen him for a minute, but here he comes once again. There he is.
You haven't seen me for a minute. Go ahead. Sergio Love. Serg Love, thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the building. Thank you, man. Good to see you in your building. It's good to be like on something, man. Like besides cocaine, no. It's good to be here, bro. It's just been a while. I ain't done shit, man. I haven't done shit in years. I'm really thinking about coming back to the stage and see what's going on. Shit. I think like I left the stage somewhere around 2013, 2012. I had some issues going on. Some traumatic stuff was happening, but also was trying to start a business, lost that whole business, and kind of put me in a weird spot. So I did what every depressed guy does. Jumped on the plane and went to Brazil. Hung out half-naked women on the beach for like a couple of months. Then from there, went to Hong Kong. And then from there, went to Thailand.
But now if you were to go to Hong Kong.
Oh, hell no. Come on, man. I ain't even... Did you see that dumb shit that dude did today? Did you see that on the news?
Which one? You know,
dude, like, you know what's going on. Like, these people, like, I really feel, I don't even really want to joke about that shit, but
no,
people are literally just falling flat, like buildings, like on their faces, just dying. Like, they just die instantly, right? So obviously they said they lied about the numbers and the people having the coronavirus and all this. This dude's on the flight out of what's the name of that town?
Taipang.
Taipang, Wang Tang. Well, I don't know what the shit is. Anyway, he
Beirut. Beijing.
He gets on the plane, stands up on the flight, and says, "Oh yeah, everybody, I just want to let you know I feel kind of sick, so I might have the virus." So they turned the fucking plane around and flew back in and arrested his ass. He did it just to get viral hits.
No, was he Asian?
I don't know what he was, man. He looked like
around if he wasn't Asian.
Hollywood Down syndrome. That's exactly what he looked like. I swear to God. You pull the guys. You can pull.
Did you say Robert Downey
right
syndrome?
Now.
Did you say Robert Downey syndrome?
No, I said with Billie Hollywood Down syndrome. But I like Robert Downey syndrome. That's even funnier.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He had no.
It's pretty crazy.
Nobody would take him seriously if it's just some white dude like trying to get views or something.
Yeah, he was trying to get views, but he's getting charged. They're not playing with him. People shouldn't do that just to get Rocco. You know what I mean?
You mean either say they're doing a Chinese fire drills? Sergio, you make me funnier. You make everybody around you funnier.
Oh, you crack me. That's all we've done for the years. Every time we get together, we have a good time.
No, dude, and that's what we were talking about. Like everybody out there here in podcast world, thank you for listening. But Sergio and I, it's been a minute for us, but we have gone to the mean streets of Daytona Beach.
Oh yes, mean streets. Oh, it was mean. Oh.
We've got Vegas. We've gone. But we've known each other for what, 15 years probably, and I don't know. Yeah,
20.
More than that. And we've had mostly ups, tiny downs. Occasions, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, I don't know, man. You've always treated me with respect, and you've always you're a good man, and but you're more than you're a good man. You're a funny ass motherfucker.
Man, thank you, bro.
And kind of hidden for a while, but the world is actually the one that doesn't is missing out on us. I mean, they're actually missing out on you, and it's your duty. Yeah. It's your duty as one of the funniest people. I mean, it's like what Jesus. I mean, I'm sure you got a calling too. He left his brother James. His brother James goes, "Well, Joseph just died," and he goes, "Well, I got to go do my thing. I got to leave you people and go hang out with the prostitutes and stuff." And so then,
okay.
So
I'm sorry that wasn't in the red letters, but go ahead.
Jesus, will you please get back to comedy, because
I will. You know what's so funny? And like the late great Freddie Soto, God rest his soul, man. He was a really good friend to me, and he was always supportive. And even when I was kind of out of it, before he passed, he said, "Hey man, you got to do this. You owe it to everyone. You cannot be here and not be seen." So I got the itch back. It's kind of like, you ever see the Bugsy movie? You ever seen that?
I love that movie.
Like he kept breaking up with his wife, but they just get married again. So it was just, for me, I think it was a separation. I think I got a little burnt out. I was doing too much.
I'm sorry, sir, to cut you off, but would you say comedy, if you've had love in your life, would it be a woman or comedy? Or performing? Maybe not comedy. So
comedy was more like back then, that hang out with some ladies and stuff, and then they trying to get me to do other stuff. But I was diligent the whole thing. I would do like several shows a night, like 6 days a week at least. And if it was a Saturday, I'm not doing a show, I'm like, oh shit, something's wrong. It must be the end of the world. I got to do something. So,
and you're getting that constant feedback, that right there, that feedback, that
I loved it, man. It's just, life happens sometimes. And I was telling you the other day that sometimes I think everybody thought I had a support group because I looked so confident and so self-sufficient with certain things. And
so did Richard Jenny.
The truth, who?
Isn't that his name, Richard Jenny? He looked like he was confident too. Is that name? The comedian?
Yeah, but he actually made some money. He actually.
No, but didn't he kill himself?
Did he? I don't know, bro.
Richard.
Dude, there's too many hangovers ago. I don't even know, bro.
I thought that was like a comedian, like they looked up to Richard Jenny or something. Or who? No? There was some guy that was like really talented.
I didn't know him either. I didn't know him, so
who cares about him? Who cares? Never mind. That guy sucks. I'm trying to relate here, sir.
Speaking of sucking, Kirk Douglas died today. Douglas died today.
I know.
103 years old.
So soon.
Terrible comedian. But no, he was a good actor. I liked his shit. I thought he was cool, but didn't know him. So
you didn't know him? I hope.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Did you ever perform for Kurt Douglas?
Oh my God! I tell you what, I did do. Oh my God! See,
I want to hear it.
It's a comedy. This is why my life is a comedy. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy's name. Oh shoot! He's like a lounge old school singer. What's the guy's name?
Dean Martin.
No, not like a Dean Martin era.
Vic Damone.
No, I was at some Shriners kind of thing.
I know you're talking about. It's Mel Torme.
Not Mel Torme. It was. Shit. He's got the. I can see his face right now. Anyway, his name will come to me. But I'm in there. I got no mic. Right? It's kind of a Shriners thing. So it's like old school dudes with cigars, and they're like, "No, we got the Negro over here." Right? Hey, Tony, come check out the Negro. Hey, how you doing? Hey, forget about it. Hey, this guy over here.
It's Shine.
I'm doing a couple of minutes.
Oh my God.
And this guy and I go, oh, get a load of. I can't remember what I said. His name was, and I looked again. I go, oh shit, it was him. So it was
the one from The Godfather. You know that guy that was in The Godfather? He was like the vocalist dude.
I wish I could remember his name. He's
yeah, because that would be funny.
It would be funny if I could remember the guy's name.
Yeah, but you got a little taste of like that old Hollywood for a second.
I did.
I did. It was all dying off like right around the time you were coming up.
Yeah, I did. I got in. There was still people like Steve Pearl, Steve Kravitz still around. Who else?
Have you ever done it?
Richard Pryor was around. And it was great because he was just doing a show. He had just gotten off stage in the main room. And Mitzi called me over. She's like,
for everybody out there was certainly talking about Mitzi.
And Richard,
owner of the Comedy Store.
She's the owner of the Comedy Store. And he pulled me in a little closer. And he goes, that's a good show. And he says, remember who the greatest is, though. I thought that was really cool. And
yeah.
I did get to meet Richard Pryor once.
So he wasn't he wasn't wheelchair Richard Pryor yet?
He was wheelchair ready. Yeah. He was,
right there.
Shaking, it wasn't bad. Actually, Mitzi was shaking a little more than he was. But, I like Mitzi Shore, man. We had our own personal relationship separate from everybody else. I wasn't one of the groupie, hey, how are you? I wasn't that dude. I was just
can you explain to the audience a little bit of history on who we're talking about here? The
Mitzi Shore?
Because if they haven't, they've followed comedy before.
Mitzi Shore was the owner of the Comedy Store. She passed recently. I was unable to go to her funeral, but what she did was revolutionary. She ran the Comedy Store since the 70s, along with her departed husband, Sammy Shore, who used to open for Elvis. And
that was this guy?
Sammy Shore ran off with one of the waitresses. So ever since then, Mitzi always hated a lot of waitresses, especially if they were blonde. They would get fired like in days. So
sure.
Yeah, it was but Mitzi was really funny, dude. She was probably funnier than most of the comedians there. She was hilarious, bro.
And
But
she
you
never
know
did a
it,
set?
Huh?
She never did a set or anything? Or
No. She wasn't funny that way. She'd just been around comedians for so long,
Right.
70s. And she just, so you kind of, when you're around comedians, you're going to pick some.
Let me ask you. There is such thing as like funny. Because a lot of people they're the funniest guy in the group or whatnot, and then there's actually being able to be a comedian. And those are two totally different things.
There's different things. There's what I call comedic entertainers, and then there are stand-ups, and then there are comics. You know what I mean? And then you got all the other shit, the ventriloquists and all the other crazy, that shit. Popcorn. But comedy's gotten weird today, bro. I look at it and I'm like,
yeah,
it's just weird. It's some weirdness. It's got this Garofalo feel to it. I don't know what it is. It's the norm. I think there's a certain comedian that came in and he became big. I'm not going to talk about him bad.
Margaret Cho.
I like him.
Margaret Cho.
But it seems like he brought in a bunch of actors. So every actor on the planet thought they were a comedian. You know what I mean? And then MySpace happened. Am I dating myself here?
No, you're not at all. No, Joe. To our audience, but they were born with MySpace.
Okay.
They don't know about it.
Yeah, MySpace came around, and a lot of people capitalized on that. And if you knew how to get around the internet, especially using those platforms, it was kind of the golden goose. For me, I don't know. I was so intimidated by that. I mean, this is the first time I'm really even doing a podcast thing. You know what I mean? So, you got to adjust to the times. I mean, look at Kevin Hart. I mean, he, a lot of comedians try to say, oh, well, he did this, he got right. The guy knew how to use all the tools, and he got where he wanted to get. And I think he's pretty funny. I've seen his some of his shows. Well, and, I think let's circle back to the difference between comedian, comic, stand-up, and just funny guy in the group or somebody that could be maybe on screen, funny. Like what would you say Johnny Carson would be? Johnny Carson would be more like a comedic entertainer, kind of.
Yeah, he could do stand up a little bit, right?
He could if he wanted to, but that wasn't his stuff. Arsenio was he was a comedian, but he was better as an entertaining entity. His hosting shows.
Yeah.
He was.
I don't think he gets enough credit. For that, right? For the times, everything, right?
Yeah, his stand up was pretty good. I liked his stand up too.
Did he do great night with him. Did he do stand up too? And did he hit the clubs on?
He did clubs. He did everything. Him and Eddie Murphy, they used to roll. I met him one night and I didn't even know it was him. I'm talking to this guy and he's got his hat down like this. The comedy store's real dark, so he's smoking a cigar and I just started, and he was like, he's talking to me for like an hour, and he goes, man, I really like that little Indian bit you do, man. You should give him a name. You should call him like the Notorious COW. I'm like, brilliant. So he left, and it was
he dropped that for
so
you?
Excited, and then people were like, yo, that was Arsenio, right? I'm like, yeah, that's what he said his name was. They're like, no, Arsenio Hall. I'm like, no way. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Wow, that's crazy. You couldn't tell? Just couldn't tell. Like he's covered up and all that?
Black people look alike. No. It was in the comedy store.
No, his fingers. Remember, they're so long.
It was in the comedy store, and he had his hat down. And in the back where we were standing, it was a small little dark, and it was a red light. So I couldn't really see. Right. I'm not going to get all intimate with a dude in the corner. We'll stand back a little bit.
100%. But speaking of getting intimate with a dude, Eddie Murphy's making a comeback.
And you know what? he was the one guy in comedy was the reason why I kind of wanted to do comedy.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to do on that level. You know what I mean? That's why I think when I teetered and kind of fell away from it, I felt like I didn't live up to the. You know what I mean? I failed myself. I felt like I failed myself.
Or you Eddie Murphy and left comedy.
But Eddie Murphy, I remember him. Because to be a comedian in a comedy store, you got to work the door.
Right.
So I was working the door.
Okay, yeah. Let's explain that. Yeah. So if you're at the comedy store, you're an up-and-coming comedian.
Yeah.
And you want to get, a set, or right? There's how many people are
may take you a year, may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, but you got to work the door first. Those were the rules. So it took me 2 weeks. So I was happy.
2 weeks?
2 weeks I was a regular at the comedy store. Yeah, that was awesome. I was on cloud nine. Because Mitzi passed me herself. It wasn't somebody else recommended me or nothing. She saw me by herself. Actually, Eddie Griffin was the one who sat her down like, man, you need to see this motherfucker. So he was around. And he was around Bolo. He used to call me Bolo from remember Enter the Dragon? The big buff dude.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So he's like, Bolo, you the funny motherfucker. You the biggest, buffest, funniest motherfucker I ever seen.
So Mr. John Montgomery, Thunderbird III, that was a fantastic interview. Love. You can definitely go to Twitter and find him on Serg Love, at Serg Love. But now we want to take this into a more, I guess not more comical route. Serg's pretty funny, but this is a comical route that didn't really mean to be comical. And you live in Huntington Beach.
I do. And
I live in Huntington Beach. And I joined unbeknownst to myself. That somehow, I got suckered into joining. I had no idea the greatness that would be the Huntington Beach Community Voice. It's a Facebook group, and I encourage each and every one of you across the nation, just for a second, put Huntington Beach in your hometown, join the group so they accept you and say you like tacos or whatever other hard questions that they ask, and join this group because it's a beautiful city here. It's a city by the sea, and we've all thought it should be much more than it really is, and I always wondered why I don't feel artistic here, John.
I've always wondered the same thing because it's by the beach, the weather's great, and I
70 to 85 degrees. Always.
And there's lots of good food. There's good places to go. Like what?
Ocean surfing. Everything.
What more do you need? Like there's what's it called? Paddleboarding.
Hot chicks to bang. Paddleboarding. Right. What else do you want in a seaside community? Well, you would want the people to be decent human beings.
Yeah.
And now we've finally found out that has verified our feeling. I've been here 10 years, and I finally verified by joining this community what lecherous, disgusting human beings actually live here in Huntington Beach.
We're probably the only two decent ones.
We pretty much are. I think they should give us an award to the city, a key to the city.
A key to everything, so we can fix it.
Right. So that's what we're doing here. We're doing our part because we have a voice. It's Huntington Beach voice. You ain't got no voice. We're global, and we are we're shining the light here on this particular group. And it's not meant we don't ever want to shame anyone. That is not our purpose.
No. And we're giving a voice to the voiceless.
That's right.
Allowing them to shame themselves.
Actually, we're not shaming. We're just going to let the words flow from their mouth. Yeah. But we thought we'd do it in only the way the Who Cares podcast can. So we're now looking here. We have not looked at any of the forum posts. But I'm gonna just kind of do kind of a take a gander at the where my finger ends up. Here we go. Oh, good God. It landed on this one. And, all right. This one's from a Crystal Rinaldi. And she is a question for the group. And I guess before I even get started, this place is such a wonderful place to live. If you were to be an out-of-towner and take a look at this group, you would honestly think that this possibly is the worst place to live on the planet.
It's terrible.
Judging by the comments, judging by the judgment. The judgment is oozing oozing out of this group.
So what have these people done?
Nothing. And you know what? But they're about to do something. They're about to make everyone around the world feel better about themselves.
Awesome.
I know. That's all we can do here. So here we go. Miss Crystal Rinaldi, and I don't care. She's public. It's on it. So yesterday she posed this question to the group. Here she goes.
Question for the group. I cook a lot. Yeah. And I end up throwing out a lot of food. I fed my neighbors, family, the gas station clerks, employees. I just feel like the food could go to better use, and I think I'm fattening them up. Any suggestions? Most places I've called won't take packaged items.
So, Miss Crystal Rinaldi says that there's 61 comments, all of which you would think would be like, wow, she's giving away. I mean, what was your takeaway? What a wonderful woman. She cooks so much food for so many people and she has no idea what measuring cups are, I guess.
I guess not.
She has no idea
Portion size,
and I guess it happens every weekend.
or every dinner.
She cooks for I guess everybody within a 3-mile radius, I guess. It sounds like the gas station clerks and her employees and neighbors and
it seems like Alex Perkins has a good suggestion for her.
Yes.
Feed everyone after the HIIT class.
Mr. Perkins.
I don't know what the HIIT, and then of course Crystal Rinaldi is very quick to answer anybody that has any kind of advice about her food.
Down.
I don't know how well beef stew would go after a heavy HIIT class. I've tried, trust me.
And then Alex Perkins
Says Crystal Rinaldi, trust and believe it be better than right before class.
I mean, wisdom for all. Corey Higgins puts his 2 cents in and he says,
Hey, why don't you call the youth shelter or try his place, church? I believe they feed the homeless.
and then Crystal Rinaldi says,
I called William HB and they said that it has to be pre-packaged because it could come contaminated. I'll try the youth shelter.
And James Kushner says, Crystal Rinaldi, shelter will take pre-packaged.
so we are now, if we weren't using this for content, we are now at least 3 or 4 posts in on absolute idiocy. Because, first of all, Crystal Rinaldi, why the fuck are you asking a group about some extra fucking beef stew you got?
Yeah, why don't you just make the right portion, enough for maybe you and your family for a few days,
There you go.
and eat it until it's gone.
Or you could try to act like you want to give some of your fucking leftover bullshit and act like a saint.
And say, hey, you throw this away for me. Probably tastes like shit anyway.
That's wrong. Oh
Why
my
else
god.
would you give away food?
But Rachel Romero says,
Yeah, I'll take the unpackaged item.
because that was my first thought. Hey, just come over here and feed me over here.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
But, no, she doesn't respond to that.
She doesn't respond
She
to
doesn't
that.
even respond. Like, nope.
No, this
That's
has to be
too
for
good.
This has to be for the downtrodden.
And there's nothing that I can say no to with that, so I'm not responding.
Do you think it's possible, John, that maybe like normal people would spit her food out, and that's why she wants to give it to?
Probably what would happen. But she probably wants to give it to homeless people that are out of their mind, so they can't critique her food.
Right, and they're just happy to have a meal.
Yeah, because there's so many people saying, "I'll take it."
Oh my God!
for
I
good
just
cause,
had
all this.
I just had an idea. We need to get in touch with Miss Crystal Rinaldi.
What do you got? What do you got going on in your brain, man?
Well, as you know, we do have a YouTube channel,
We do.
and we're coming up with a fantastic artist, Mr. Juan, the Wander Years. He's a fantastic artist. He just did a couple Kobe murals. What if cooking with Crystal is our another show? She can actually cook for us, make as much as she wants to, because she has no idea how much portion size she could just.
Yeah.
We'll probably be overflowing with food, and when we will be giving back. We will have the soup kitchen line.
Yeah.
We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Wow, I'm sorry we're giving this away right now. We're going to message her. We've already cured her problem.
And if she needs help...
That's right. We got a whole staff here.
We got tons of people. I know of that.
We got tons of people, and she has...
Yeah, so this is perfect.
Tons of love.
Tons of love, tons of fun, tons for everyone.
I mean, I don't even know if we need to keep reading this, but let's keep reading. It gets a little worse for Miss Crystal.
Yes. People start to kind of have backlash towards her. Maybe
cook less?
Yeah. Can you believe
13 people like that.
Wow.
Seems like a good suggestion. This is what Crystal has to say.
What, she has something to say about that?
Getting up richer. Wow. Mind blowing. How did I never think of this?
Oh, she was sarcastic.
You've never made a meal with leftovers. That's pure skill.
Wow. So she's
being mean.
She's being snarky. She's being sarcastic to the people that she threw it out there.
Yeah, she's the one that asked a stupid question.
Ask a stupid question and
get a stupid answer.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna scroll down because there's so much of this. And this guy named Faitali Akafakashi
says, I'll take it.
And he says,
for a good cause, of course.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
I have no idea. But he's Arabic, and maybe he comes from a land that maybe they didn't have a lot of extras.
Yeah, and
so he's actually saying, like, please give it to me. Yeah. I know how to ration.
Yeah. But Lori says kind of the same thing.
And yet Crystal is silent to the people.
Right. That have good answers.
Right. She just wants what she wants.
Yeah, and she just wants to...
That's really what it is. She wants what she wants.
Yeah.
Still.
And she's asking others for, the same... to have the same idea as her, so she can be like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has given her so many things you can actually just look up on Google. Yeah. But for some reason she felt the need to just
ask, bother our days and ask us.
Well, she didn't bother us because we love this content that's going out on the Who Cares podcast.
She feels the need to bother people with her problems. That's basically what I'm saying.
I like this one. It's Kathy Nagbar. She says,
maybe cook less?
Yeah. I like that one too.
And Crystal Rinaldi's real quick, because she won't help Arash over there, but she's definitely, if somebody threatens her view of what she wants to do, she goes, whoa. Oh, that's the one you said.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So then Kathy responded, the mind-blowing pursuit. Kathy responded, I guess not frequently enough that I needed to seek advice on Facebook.
Kathy Nutbucker.
Yes.
You view someone trying to help the less fortunate with having an abundance of food as a bad thing and that I should scale back? I enjoy cooking. Without a helpful and constructive community, I wouldn't have known about his place and many other options. But sure, next time, no soup for you.
I think Crystal is what she smokes. I'm kind of feeling that she has like a very long-winded...
She has no idea what she's talking about.
She's out of her goddamn mind. Everybody keeps saying, we scroll down, everybody keeps saying, well, I'll take it, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people talk about seniors. Everybody has really a lot to say, which is fascinating that people even have the time to answer this complete idiot. But this one, Pam B, her name's Pam B from Plan B. She says,
the easy answer is to stop cooking too much. A better answer is if your question is sincere,
which she obviously Pam B is not feeling that it is.
If your question is sincere and you just love to cook, is to volunteer to cook for a soup kitchen. Which
I guess I just kind of volunteered us a minute ago, but hopefully Crystal never listens to this podcast because maybe she will cook for us. Cook for us, Crystal.
Yeah.
And she goes,
there might also be schools or hospitals that would be happy to have your help.
Oh.
But Crystal Rinaldi's right there.
Oh. I wish I could. I really do. I work so much and have a full-time career.
If you work so much, hold on real quick. If she works so much, these run-on sentences and these paragraph answers tells me otherwise. But go ahead. Go ahead, Crystal.
I cook one giant meal on Fridays for the family, and there are often many leftovers.
Jesus.
We all chip in, and then there are weekday meals. I feel bad throwing it out,
I do freeze most big items, but in apartment freezers, only so big.
And Pam B responds,
Okay. If you aren't able to volunteer and you aren't willing to cook less and stop wasting food, then maybe find a community garden who will then turn your waste into compost.
Abram says,
Food waste doesn't turn into compost.
And wait, yes it does, but not if it's dumped in the trash.
Now the HTTP EPA Recycle Composting Home says no.
Yes, that's what I said.
and then just a bunch of idiots came in. I don't even know. Anyways, we go down. People are saying old person's home. So next we have the best. I think this pretty much sums up Crystal's view on people. A beautiful Asian girl named Nu Hon Lee.
Maybe old person's home. A little unsafe for them to cook, but very sweet that you want to help
others. So she's throwing out an olive branch to old Crystal here. And Crystal Rinaldi replies,
Nu Hon Lee, you think they will accept it as it is? That's what I keep getting turned down for.
Yeah, Crystal responded in stereotypical Asian speak. She's put,
that's what I keep getting turned down for.
Exactly.
And poor Nu Hon Lee didn't see it like we saw it, but that was a straight shot at the whole Asian community.
Right.
So Nu Hon Lee said,
I am sorry, I am not too sure. You might have to call at local senior home to check.
And then Crystal, just like her smart ass self, says, like,
will do.
Like you. I know she's still eating all the leftovers.
Yep.
So very much right now, Crystal Rinaldi, you right now are the worst person in this particular group.
I was in the basement when placement payment came in. That shit was bananas. Busted through my homie door like Costanza. Think we ready to fuck these niggas up with my nigga Freddy in a checkered pickup truck, picking up hella Henny, looking for the hoes. I'm wiping cause it's all I know. I'm hoping I don't waste it. Just trying to buy my mama clothes. Pay my prayers to the base guy. Cause mama say she think I'm choked. I'm hoping I don't waste it. I always picture perfect. Must have been out of my mind. Tried to figure if the shit was really worth it. But is it worth this? Probably not. Probably got worse off a few shots. I hit the boondocks, played me off the boombox. Bomba cloud bastard, making music for the masses. But I'm zooted off this gas and I've been tripping off this acid. Apple at my last show, bitches in my bathroom. Hit the stage with my hands full of liquor. I'm wiping cause it's all I know. I'm hoping I don't waste it. Just trying to buy my mama clothes. Pay my prayers to the base guy. Cause mama say she think I'm chosen. I'm hoping I don't wait.
Kicking in the back, feeling black and bro. Sitting in the back, sipping Jack and Coke. Kicking in the back with them background folks. The joke on you, she like background folks. Kicking in the back, feeling black and bro. Sitting in the back, sipping Jack and Coke. Kicking in the back with them black man folks. The joke on you, she like black man.
Bitches in my bathroom, hit the stage with my hands full of liquor. I'm wiping cause it's all I know. I'm hoping I don't waste this. Just trying to buy my mama clothes. Pay my prayers to the base guy. Cause mama say she think I'm chosen. I'm hoping I don't waste